Welcome back to the channel. Over these past weeks, we've journeyed together, exploring the essential elements that create true reciprocal relationships. We began with respect as our foundation, learning that it's the deep recognition of each other's worth and dignity. We then built upon that foundation with open communication, learning how to create safe spaces for honest conversation and understanding. Most recently, we discussed the importance of shared responsibility, where both partners actively participate in nurturing the relationship. Today, we come to what truly brings all these elements together, and that's simply giving and receiving genuine care. Sisters, respect without care can feel cold, communication without care can feel empty, and shared responsibility without care can feel like mere obligation. Genuine care is what infuses warmth, meaning, and heart into every aspect of our relationships. So let's wrap up this series with a simple discussion on what makes a relationship not just functional, but truly fulfilling, and that's the reciprocity of genuine care. Let's begin by talking about the difference between authentic care and mere obligation. Authentic care springs naturally from the heart, like cool water from a deep well. It's not about checking boxes or fulfilling duties, it's about genuinely wanting the best for someone else. Think about when your husband brings you tea when you're sick, not because you asked or because it's expected, but because he noticed your discomfort and wanted to ease it. That's authentic care. In contrast, care born from obligation feels different, both to giver and the receiver. It feels heavy, sometimes resentful, and often comes with strings attached. I did this for you, so you should do that for me. Many of us have felt the weight of obligatory care, or witnessed the difference when someone helps us, but their heart isn't truly in it. Dears, genuine care is built upon respect and true love. When we truly respect someone, truly love them, caring for them becomes a natural expression of that love and respect. It's like saying, I see your worth, and because I love and value you, I want to contribute to your well-being. Now sisters, you know, in a truly reciprocal relationship, care isn't a one-way street. It flows back and forth like a beautiful dance, with each partner taking turns leading and following. Think about the healthiest relationships you know, and you'll see that there's a rhythm of giving and receiving care, where neither person is constantly depleted or constantly indebted. Many of us, especially we women, have been taught that our role is primarily to give care to children, to husbands, to parents, to the community. We're often praised for our sacrifice, for giving until we're empty. But sisters, listen carefully. Continuously giving, without receiving, isn't sustainable, and it isn't the blueprint for a healthy relationship. There's a balance to genuine care in a relationship, and this balance begins with you allowing yourself to receive care. For some of us, this is surprisingly difficult. When your husband offers to cook dinner so you can rest, do you accept gratefully, or do you insist on helping? When a friend offers support during a difficult time, do you open your heart to receive it, or do you tell them you've got it under control and quickly change the subject? I remember my friend Fatima, who always cared for everyone in her family, but had trouble accepting help when she became ill. Her husband wanted to care for her, but she kept pushing herself to maintain her usual responsibilities. It was only when she learned to receive his care that their relationship deepened in new ways. She told me, for the first time, I understood that receiving care is also a gift you give to others, the gift of allowing them to express their love. Sisters, let's explore how genuine care truly shows itself through emotional support, in action, especially when life's path becomes challenging. True emotional support and genuine care means taking a real interest in each other's well-being, not just on special occasions or when it's convenient, but consistently, through both the ordinary days and extraordinary moments of life. When your partner asks about your day, and truly listens to your answer, when they notice the subtle changes in your mood before you even mention them, when they remember the important meeting you were nervous about and asks you how it went, these small acts show a genuine investment in your emotional landscape. This isn't about grand gestures, but rather the sustained attention to what matters to you. And dear sisters, this emotional support is tested most powerfully when challenges arise. Standing together through difficulties reveals the depth of genuine care. Like my friend Amy, whose husband lost his job unexpectedly. Rather than blame or criticize, she showed her care by sitting beside him, listening to his fears, and reminding him of his worth beyond his job. Their relationship grew stronger through this challenge because genuine care continued to flow between them, adapting to their new circumstances. This persistence of genuine care through difficult seasons is what transforms a good relationship into a truly resilient one. When illness comes, when financial struggles hit, when grief enters your home, genuine care doesn't disappear, rather it often deepens. It may change in form, becoming more patient, more gentle, more practical, but it remains present, like a steady flame that burns even in strong winds. As relationships evolve through different life stages, the ways we express care must also adapt. The care a young couple shows each other looks different from the care exchanged after decades together. The support needed during pregnancy differs from the support needed when raising teenagers or caring for aging parents. But what remains constant, dears, is the commitment to each other's well-being, even as the expressions of that commitment evolve over time. I have friends who have been married for 40 years, and they told me their secret. Their care for each other hadn't diminished with time, but instead it transformed with time. When they were young, her husband showed care by working extra hours to provide. Now, he shows care by making sure she takes her medicine on time. Her care for him used to be keeping a beautiful home. Now it's massaging his painful knees each night. Dears, the form of care change, while the heart of love behind the acts remained the same. Now, sisters, let me leave you with this one important truth. If you don't take away anything else from this chat, take away this, and that's, you cannot generate genuine care from an empty cup. Many of us have been taught that putting ourselves first is selfish, and putting ourselves last is virtuous. That endless sacrifice is the measure of a good woman. But I want you to hear this truth, and that's, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Dears, caring for yourself isn't selfish, it's essential for sustaining your ability to care for others. For some, self-care might be quiet moments of prayer or meditation before dawn. For others, it's setting aside time to pursue education or personal interests. It might be as simple as ensuring you eat properly rather than just feeding everyone else, or it could be as significant as setting boundaries with people who drain your energy. Can't you see that in a relationship grounded in genuine care, both people encourage the other to develop, to learn, to stretch beyond their comfort zones? This isn't threatening, but enriching, because when your partner grows, the relationship grows too. Sisters, as we close this series on reciprocal relationships, remember that we've built a framework together, from respect as our foundation, to open communication, shared responsibility, and now genuine care. These elements intertwine, strengthening like threads in a beautiful woven tapestry. Precious ones, know that you are worthy of relationships where you do not have to constantly prove your value or earn affection. You deserve to be with people who understand that caring for your needs and nurturing your growth is just as important as what you give and pour into them. Nurture yourself as tenderly as you nurture others. Set the standard high for how you deserve to be treated. And know that in creating healthier patterns of care in your relationships, you're not just transforming your own life, you're creating ripples that will touch the lives of your children, your community, and generations to come. You are the heart of every relationship you enter. May that heart be honored, cherished, and genuinely cared for, just as you care for others. Until next time.